You're listening to the Focused and Fearless podcast. I'm your host, Heather Angel, and I've been helping people tune into what lights them up and increase their personal and professional performance for over a decade. Now I'm best known as a high-performance coach helping entrepreneurs like you cut through the noise and create a business and life on your terms. If you're ready to step out of struggle and discover how simple it can be to create a fulfilling, joyful, and successful business without all the overwhelm and long hours, you're in the right place.
Hey love, how are you? I hope you've had a really nice weekend if you're listening to this on Monday when it comes out. Now this episode was meant to be, I think I promised you last week that this episode was going to be the interview with Kay, who is the founder of the Marketing Sanctuary, but we've actually pushed that back a week for various reasons. But I wanted to share with you something that came up last week during a networking event. I was a speaker at a networking event last week and they wanted me to talk about motivation. Now, the really interesting thing is motivation isn't the reason you're not getting things done in your business. It's not lack of motivation, because motivation actually, it lasts as long as willpower. It's so fleeting. We can all start the year motivated or start the week motivated or even start the day motivated, but it doesn't last forever. It's just we don't function like that. The key to actually getting things done in your business is momentum, it's consistency, it's commitment. Because if we're relying on motivation, it's never going to work because it just doesn't last long enough. So I wanted to share with you today, off the back of that networking event, as I said, I was talking to them all about the different things that they can do to create momentum in their business. And the one thing that I think is so important to realize is that if you're feeling a bit scattered and unsure about the direction of your business, or maybe you're feeling very overwhelmed and you're not happy with the results that you've got and you just don't feel like you're moving forward, that can actually manifest in you being super distracted and taken off track by what I call like the shiny things. So signing up for all the webinars, signing up for all the challenges, buying lots of different business books because you think that's what you need in order to create success in your business. Or you start listening to loads of different podcasts and then you get yourself even more overwhelmed trying to find the answer outside of you and your business, because you're like, right, my business isn't working or it's not getting the results I want quick enough, so I need to figure out Facebook ads. I now need to become basically a Facebook ad expert. So you end up signing up for all these things to learn about Facebook ads. And then some other ad will come through on your Facebook feed saying, actually Instagram's where it's at, or oh my gosh, if you like me, you're just seeing everyone talk about Clubhouse. I'm just keeping the blinkers on and staying well away from that at the moment because that I know is a shining distraction for me. It's not something I'm interested in right now. So there's so many things that can show up as being these shiny distractions, which will easily take you off track and waste hours of your time, if not, unfortunately, days or weeks of your time, because you're feeling uncertain, feeling unsure, feeling overwhelmed, maybe feeling a little bit panicky that, maybe the income's not coming in that you wanted, maybe you're not getting the momentum, maybe your program isn't selling how you wanted it to be, whatever it is for you in your business. That shows up in being a massive distraction when you are not seeing the momentum and the results in your business. Now, what often happens, I then have conversations with people and they're like, oh, I've lost the motivation, or I'm feeling, stuck, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I'm spinning my wheels. The key to getting out of that is to be prepared for what you're going to do each week. It's to know where you're going and it's to know what you want. Now, I've talked about knowing what you want in your business like a gazillion times on this podcast, so I'm not going to go down that route. There's loads of other episodes you can listen to about that. But you have got to be the boss in your business. You have got to have a meeting with yourself. Okay, this is the first thing I want you to start doing, implementing in your business immediately. I want you to start being the boss of your business. You need to have a meeting with yourself every single week. If you have a team, you should be having a meeting with them every single week. And I don't use the word should very often, but seriously, they're your team. Take care of them, nurture them, make sure they know exactly their responsibilities. Speak to them on a weekly basis. Have a meeting. It might be 10 minutes on a Monday. It might be an hour on a Monday, depending on how big your team is and what you need to cover. But you need to have that check-in to make sure that your team's working on what you need it to do, that they all know where they stand. And the same goes if you're a solo business owner. If it's just you and you don't have a team, even a virtual team, You need to have that meeting with yourself to hold yourself accountable, because only you know what you want for your life and what you want for your business. So what do you need to work on each week to make sure your business is moving forward? Because that is going to give you momentum, and that will actually help you stay motivated, because you won't feel all scattered and unsure and, getting to your laptop and just thinking, oh my God, what should I work on today? Because you're in that place of need and uncertainty. So what you need to do in order to have that meeting with yourself every week is, I want you to first start every single week, and I don't care when you do this, at the end of your working week, whether that's a Friday, Wednesday, Sunday, don't care what day it is, I want you to just review how your previous week has gone. And don't do it with judgment, okay? Don't beat yourself up if you haven't done everything you wanted to do. But actually look, how did you show up in your business as the boss of your business? How did you show up over the last 7 days, 5 days, however many days you work? Were you productive? Did you actually get important things done in your business? Did you get the big rocks, the things that are actually going to move your business forward? Did you do that? Did you show up with 100% energy for your clients? Did you do the things you promised you said you would do? Now, there's going to be times, more often than not, especially at the beginning, that you're going to be like, oh, actually, if I'm really honest with myself, that day I just faffed about on Instagram, or that day I didn't really get as much done as I wanted to because I got really distracted, or I got stuck on a webinar, or things took longer than you thought. It happens to all of us. So it's about reviewing the week and thinking, right, well, actually, what can I do to make the following week better? Now, if like me, you are massively distracted by Instagram, you can actually take it off your phone. Maybe try taking it off your phone the following week, or maybe, uninstall it and just install it on the times that you're going to use it, which is something I started doing. Or, if you find that you are signing up for all these webinars, just be really mindful the next time you see this shiny ad about like, hey, I'm going to teach you this 6-step strategy that's going to make you a millionaire. Maybe don't sign up for that. Maybe that's not what you need. So review your week. That is the most important thing to do. Review your week, because then you can learn the lessons from anything that you maybe didn't go as well, and also celebrate the wins. You probably achieve more than you think because you're often busy working, pushing forward. So many of you I know are parents, and if you're in the UK, you're homeschooling and juggling all the things. Reflect on the week and actually pat yourself on the back for firstly getting through, quite frankly, right now, and also the things you have achieved. So once you've done that, you then need to look ahead to your following week. And this is why it's so important, 2021 especially, but at any point you will have your plan and you know what you want to achieve. But each week you need to look at your diary. When have you got clients booked in? You may have a week where it's really busy with client meetings, and actually you're not going to have as much time to work on those big projects for your business. That's just the way it is. And it may be that the following week you haven't got that many clients, so you can do a little bit more work on the projects. You need to actually know exactly what your schedule looks like and make sure you're blocking out the time to work on your business, so that for example, if you're getting to your computer on a Monday, you're not, never should you ever be opening up the laptop and go, right, what should I be working on today? Never. No boss runs their business like that, okay? Well, no successful boss. You need to go into your office or go to your kitchen table with your laptop, wherever it is you work, open that up, and you know what you're working on that day because you have already planned it, you've already viewed your week, you know exactly what you need to be working on. So plan out the week, know what you're doing each and every day. Now, for some of you, you may have like customer facing businesses, so you might have phone lines, people might be calling in and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely fine. But the key thing is you need to know when you've got your clients. So for example, for me, I see clients on a Monday and Tuesday, occasionally on other days if necessary, but those are my key client days. I do podcast recording on a Wednesday. All those kind of things I have set in my diary. And then I have the project time that I'm going to work on different projects set out in my diary. So I know each day when I go into work, when I open my laptop, go into my office, I know exactly what I'm working on. I know exactly what my day looks like, who I'm seeing, what I'm doing. And it just makes things so much easier because I hope most of you had some kind of time towards the beginning of the year where you planned out what you wanted for 2021. Now, you probably know what you want to achieve maybe over the next few months in quarter one. that will only happen if you keep the momentum going. And this is not about doing everything. Like, I totally fall into the trap of trying to achieve my entire Q1 targets in January. I get way too overexcited, go hell for leather the first couple of weeks, and I'm like, whew, okay, maybe I'm trying to do too much. Do it every year. So you may be the same, but you know what you need to achieve. You will not achieve it if you don't keep the momentum going. We can't afford as business owners to have 2, 3, 4 bad weeks in business. And when I say bad weeks, I mean the ones where we're just not taking that inspired action to move us forward. This isn't about working harder. It's not about getting stressed or hustling. It is about knowing what you need to do in your business and trusting yourself to take that forward. And that's another thing I wanted to sort of point out. If you do find that you're getting really distracted by the shiny things, the webinars, the courses, or all these people telling you that you need this, that, and the other to make a success out of your life and business, then I really want you to just step back, because that will often happen when you're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting yourself to know what you want and what your business needs. Okay, you don't have to do business like everyone else is doing it. You can do it however you like. That is the joy of running our own businesses. You can show up and run it however you need to. So as long as you know the direction you're going in, then you will know what you need to do to move forward. Now, if that is that you now need to step it up, your messaging's working really well, and actually you do want to start looking into paid advertising and you don't know how to do that, fine. Go out and learn it if you want to, or even better, get someone who's highly qualified in it and knows how to do it and does it every single day. Get them to do it for you. So there's, yes, there's training, and yes, there's extra skills that you may need. Maybe you might need a coach to help you through certain things. That's fine. But it's when you're signing up for the shiny things all the time in a desperate attempt to kind of find the thing that's going to fix the business. You are the missing link in your business. You are the one that can fix it all. You are the one that can be the shining light in your business. You are the most important thing, especially if you're a solo entrepreneur, but actually if you have a team, it's even more important, because you need to be that shining light for your team. They need to be able to look up to you and say, right, where's the business going? What do you need from me? So you need to be clear on the direction of your business so that your team can follow you as a leader, because that's really, really important when you do have a team, whether it's virtual or in person, when we can be in person again. So really, really look at what you've got coming up for the week. So 2 simple things are going to really help you move out of any kind of overwhelm and actually get some momentum going. Stop focusing on motivation if you have been. Like, trying to be motivated all the time is just crazy. Like, it's not going to happen, especially now. We've got so much going on. I mean, in the UK, we're still in lockdown. Around the world, COVID is still causing all kinds of chaos. We've got a lot to deal with, and many of you have got kids at home, you're homeschooling. It's a tricky time, so don't try and think you're ever going to be motivated all the time. You're not. You're going to have good days, bad days, days when you've got loads of energy, days where you just want to snuggle under a duvet and not face the world. That's okay when you know what you're doing. When you have momentum, you will know that actually, okay, I've had a really bit of a slow day today, just haven't had the energy, but that's all right, because I know what I had planned and I can reschedule it for the rest of this week. I can keep that momentum going. I can still be taking steps forward. Whereas if you don't have that plan, if you don't know what you're working on and you're not reviewing your weeks and you're not planning your weeks, what happens is you blink and a month passes. How often do you get to the end of the week and go, I haven't achieved anything I wanted to do? Or all of a sudden you get to the end of the first quarter and you're like, crap, how am I going to achieve my annual goal when I haven't got anywhere near what I was supposed to do in the first quarter? So be really mindful. The 2 things I really want you to do, if you're lacking a little bit in motivation right now, these are 2 really practical things. There's loads of energetic things and woo-woo things I could be getting into, but that's probably best for another episode. These are 2 really simple, practical things I can share with you on a Monday that you can take forward straight away. Number 1, review your week. Be honest with yourself. Where did you show up in the way you wanted to? Did you slack off a little bit? How productive were you? What did you achieve? And what do you need to carry over to the next week? And then the second is making sure you are planning your week ahead. And something I don't know whether I mentioned it is to help you plan your week ahead. I always like to just do a complete brainstorm. On a piece of paper, I just get everything out of my head that I need to think of doing. And that's personal and business, everything out of my brain, because exhausting trying to hold on to it all the time and try and remember. So brainstorm everything you need to do for your business and any personal bits and pieces that show up as well. And then what you can do is just literally highlight the key things that you must do that following week. And it might be some client work that you have to finish. It may be working on the new project that you've got. Whatever it is, make sure that you know that those are the key priorities, because otherwise we can get off track working on things that don't necessarily need that priority time that particular week. So those are the two things: review your week, plan your week. This is so important in 2021 because we don't know what's happening one week to the next. Okay, there are so many of you listening who maybe your businesses aren't even open at the moment and you're doing a lot of the behind scenes work, changing your websites. I know some of you are looking at creating courses, changing your website, changing your marketing, doing your branding, all that kind of stuff while your business is actually closed. It is still so important to have these plans in place so that when the doors do open, when we're finally out of this lockdown and you can go out and start serving your customers again, you're ready, okay? So review your week, plan your week. If you need any help with this at all, you know you can always come and find me on Instagram. Send me a DM. I'm actually going to create a little sign up for you so you can actually get this 5-step planning process that I've got that I used to do I still do it every single week. So that link will be in the show notes, and I'll pop it in my Instagram link tree as well. Anything you need, reach out to me, and have the most amazing week.
Thank you for listening to the Focused and Fearless podcast. If you'd like to continue the conversation or have a question that you would like answered in an upcoming episode, head over to Instagram and connect with me at Heather Angel Coaching. If you enjoy this podcast, please share your thoughts in a review on iTunes. I truly value your feedback and I take the time to read every single review. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you in the next episode.